Hey guys, it's Bia here, and today we're back with another video. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make gloves. Now this is the first one in like the accessory type of series, because we've done skirts, we've done one video for skirts, and we've done quite a few videos for sleeves, and I've also done a top on this channel, and then I've done the recreation videos. Now I wanted to add to this by doing things like accessories such as gloves and hats, perhaps, maybe scarves, maybe something else. So that is going to be something new I am starting. Now today I'm going to use this lycra, so that it's going to be a stretchy material, and hopefully if we get better and better at making these things, I will move on and doing other materials. So hopefully if this goes well, then in the future we'll make more that are a bit more complicated, but this is the first one. This is the most simple glove that you can ever see, and you can use these to even make those gloves to fight against the corona, you know. You get home, you wash your gloves. So yeah, let's get started. Don't forget, for this video you're going to need your pattern master. You're going to need, wait, let me show you guys so you guys don't forget what it looks like. Pattern master, yeah. You're going to need your paper and your pencil and your scissors and your fabric. So yeah, let's get started. Actually, one last thing before I start, don't forget to follow me on social media and click the bell and subscribe, because I am trying so hard to make the best videos for you guys, and as always, whatever you want I will make for you. So leave a like, comment whatever you want, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because everything that I make will go on there, and polls as to what you want me to make can go on there. Sometimes I'll ask you guys between different things and you choose, and then I make a video for it, just like the Kylie Jenner video. So if you want to get involved, you should go and check those out. And yeah, let's get started now. So you're going to start by placing your hand in a suitable position. Obviously trying to save some paper, okay. Then you're going to start out by tracing your hand, so the outline of your hand and your arm, to as long as you want it to be. I'm going to do mine just above my elbow. This is just my preference. You guys can do whatever you want. The most important part is that you follow the steps and everything will be as you wish. So as I'm using lycra, it's also obvious that I can do this because the fabric will stretch and they will allow for some space, so it will be easy for me to wear it. After you have done this, you're going to use your pattern master to ensure that everything is nice and smooth, as maybe when you're tracing it wasn't perfect, so you want to just make sure this is as close to your hand shape as possible, and also make sure it looks good, because when you sew it you want everything to be nice and even and beautiful. Okay, obviously I cut my paper because I want it to be easy to flip it around, and I find it really hard to do this when it's like in the roll, so that's what I choose to do. So using the pattern master, just following the shapes of the hand, and sometimes I didn't even do that, I just drew around, also making sure that I can see those lines really clearly instead of having them really faint. And yeah, just going around the whole thing. At this point I was just checking my fabric to see how much it stretched, just to double check that it would work, and then I'm just adjusting up to my elbow. Now at this point I was starting to question whether it would fit around the elbow, especially because that part stretches more than the other part of the arm and is the thickest part of the arm that I am doing. So I just wanted to double check that this was going to work out, as everything else seems to be all right, so as you can see in the video. So I got my pattern for my sleeve. These patterns are always in the links in the descriptions of my videos, and I'm just testing to see like how much is usually used for non-stretchy fabric, and I think it was like 20 centimeters for half of your arm or something. So I was just going to check how much fabric I need and how much it stretched around. Now obviously this was not working, so I'm just added a few more centimeters. I think now I did like 30 perhaps, and I put a pin just so I know. And again, I tried to see if it reached, and I think at this point it worked, so I was happy with it. And as this was going around the whole arm and this hand like shape was going to be cut out twice, I folded it in half so that I know what's half of it, because I'll obviously have two of them to go around the whole arm. And then obviously, as you can see, there's a little bit, I wasn't too far off, but there's a little bit extra just from one side and the other side. So I'm just going to mark those points in just to make sure that everything is going to look as I want it to look. And my arm is obviously gonna actually fit inside of this, because if I don't do right measurements, guess what? It's not gonna fit. It's gonna fit my little sister. So yeah, after that, I'm just readjusting with my pattern master, just making sure everything is nice and straight. And we're touching to those points that I marked so that it fits. Okay. And rubbing away any excess lines that you don't need so it doesn't get you confused at all in the future. Okay. As you guys can see, now everything is looking beautiful. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. So, double, triple, quadruple checking everything. The next step is going to be to do your seam allowance. Now, I chose to add the 0.5 seam allowance because, especially around the fingers, I don't want to have so much fabric that I can feel like so much bulk, because it will make my fingers look deformed. So I thought 0.5 seam allowance would be the perfect fit for my hands. Okay, so doing this all the way around your fingers, making sure that the whole thing is 0.5 using this pattern master. This is why this tool is so important, because without this, your life would be so much harder when you're trying to do seam allowances. And that's like, to me, this is the main reason why I like using this tool and why I find it so important. And I got this from Amazon. Again, links will be in the description to everything I use, because I buy anything from Amazon, like anything and everything. So you guys can get everything I got from there. Okay, I always also try to find the cheapest I can, because I'm not trying to pay too much money for this. Also, as you can see, I did 1 centimeter allowance at the end, so you guys can do that too if you want. And then you're going to just start by cutting out this whole hand. So in the future, if you want to make a different glove, when you're doing this, you can always use this as a reference. Unless your hand somehow grew or shrank a lot, then this wouldn't be accurate. But otherwise, it will always fit your hands and will always be perfect. So if you want to do a different type of glove, this will be your first mold that you can use as reference. And as you can see, it works for both hands, so it will be perfect and everything is going to work out. Okay. Next step is going to be, look, I'm so excited. Next step is going to be to add the fabric. So I'm just trying to get some of my stuff to hold it in, because it was a lot of fabric. I was going to use this for a different uni project, but guess what? The whole situation canceled all the uni plans, so we're not doing anymore. And now we're going to cut it. So yeah. Before cutting, I just pinned it down and I used a highlighter to mark where my gloves fit. Obviously, always trying to save as much fabric as possible. Any extras I always keep in case in the future I might want to use it. As you can see, the outlines are barely visible. This I should be using chalk to do this, but I find it easy to use the highlighter. Now, after cutting everything, you match up, make sure you have two facing in one way and then two facing in the other way, if that makes any sense. So when you're cutting out, cut two of each side of your hand mold, so that you can make the bottom and top of your right hand and your left hand. Okay, and then you're going to do both the outside of the fabric, so the visible sides in, and you're going to pin them together so that when you sew it, you can then flip it inside out and any seams are hidden and you can see the right side of the fabric. And that's all you need to know. So now I'm just going to show you guys how I pinned it. I don't want to use too many pins. I tend to struggle a lot to sew this type of fabric because it moves a lot. It's not like cotton where it doesn't stretch. This makes my life a living hell. So as many pins as possible and my life is easy. Yeah, after you do this, you do it to the other hand and you're gonna start sewing. make sure you do your 0.5 seam allowance, and yeah, let's get to it. There you go. Bia is trying her best. Also, my machine gives me the most nightmarish experiences with sewing this type of fabric, so it took me ages to get it done, but eventually we got there. Now I've sewn both of them, and the next step will be to do the edges. So you can just take, if your machine has this ability, obviously all of them should have it, you can fit it into that other, like you can take the front of it off and then you can fit it in. But if you can't, you just have to make sure you don't catch the other side of the glove, and you just sew in that edge, and that's it. Now you just flip it inside out and you'll be done. See how quickly this video went? I feel like this went so quickly. Usually I take so long to explain things. Oh my god. Don't forget, you guys, to leave a like for all the pain and suffering I go through to make these videos. And as always, don't forget to tell me what you want, because I get messages from some of you guys on Instagram every now and then asking me to make videos, and I would always try to do my best and do what you want. You just have to give me time, because obviously it does take a while to make each one of these videos and to get the right materials and everything. But apart from that, any requests, I will make them happen. And I can't wait for you guys to see the final reveal of this glove, because the struggle is real, guys. The struggle is real. If you do this, you will struggle too, but eventually you get there, okay? Anyways, let's get to our final cut. As you can see, after you flip it inside out, everything is nice and beautiful, and it all works out in the end, and it fits your hand perfectly like a glove. Yay! Can you guys see that? Sorry for my crusty elbow. So that fit me perfectly and it works amazingly. Now I'm in love with these gloves right now. I might go to Tesco's wearing them just so you know I can be fashionable while I am getting my ice cream. And don't forget, you guys, to subscribe and let me know again if you want anything. Click the bell, and yeah, bye.